You see a watch or another good in a local store and then for 30% off in a foreign online shop. And of course you want to grab that bargain, but how? After this video you will know. Welcome to Caseback Watches, my name is Tim, and in this episode I'd like to speak about the question how to buy something abroad without being caught by customs, import duties, VAT and all these things. And therefore I produced this video, and at the end you are a little pro when it comes to these topics. You will be able to order anything you want and you will know in advance how to handle it and how much do you have to pay for it. But first let's speak about limits, because every country has a certain limit, and up to that limit you can just import everything you want without being charged, all right? And so to give you some examples here, Germany 45 euros including shipping. This is very lame, to be honest. So you can buy something abroad for 45 euros and everything above that, then you have to pay customs and VAT. Second example, United Kingdom, 135 British pounds, also not great, right? And then we go to the United States, 800 US dollars, way better. So everything under 800 US dollars you can just import like that. Australia, another example, 900 Aussie dollars, very comfortable as well. And now it depends a bit on the currency. For example, here you see US dollar and euro, and you see that right now euro is relatively weak, dollar is strong. So in case you live in the United States, shopping is just fun right now, and maybe next year it will be fun again from the European perspective. But now let's go shopping. I'd like to show you how to grab a Christopher Ward from the UK with a discount, and I'd like to show you how to buy that solar-driven Seiko from Japan with a large discount. Let's go, let's check it out. Okay, here we are on the Christopher Ward website, and important to know is that I don't use any form of suspicious browser or incognito modes. This is just Google Chrome with all cookies and everything. So you can reproduce this little experiment with ease. So I'm located in Germany, Europe. The website knows that exactly, and so I find my favorite watch here, the Sealander Automatic, with a price of 840 euros, which represent 732 British pounds. 732, I'm speaking in early November, so keep this in mind, please. And now we go to the bottom of the site. Bottom of the site, here you see European Union, and we can change this to United Kingdom to pounds. And now we see here 635 pounds. And the strange thing is, now the pound price dropped from our 732 to this 635. So we have a significant drop in price. But you could state now, well, but now you have to pay VAT, and so you will end up even more expensive. But that's not true. Christopher Ward covers VAT, so every price you see here is with VAT. You don't have to add up anything here. And so this little trick here to order the watch in British pounds saved us around 80, what is it, 80, 90 euros. So a substantial discount, worth knowing. And worth knowing is also that this is completely legal. We don't rub here anything. It's just the policy of Christopher Ward that they handle the VAT for you and that they sell their watches slightly more affordable when you pay in pounds. And here we are on a German web page, and you see here the watch, Seiko Prospect Speed Timer, Solar Chronograph, such and such, hand was a man's watch. And you see here the price, 664 euros, including VAT, here. So this is really the price you pay, or maybe plus $5 shipping. And now we have another web page. This is Japan. This is the country of the watch. And you see here it's the same watch. Let's go back. I'm not cheating here, it's the same watch, but you see here 450 US dollars, and this is a very good price. But the problem is now from the European perspective. You have to pay, or you can import this watch, not a problem. They will charge you, let's say, $20 for shipping. Then you have the watch for 470 euros in Europe, but then you have to pay your VAT, and you will end up basically at the retail price you pay in Europe. So this doesn't make so much sense. But when you are in countries without VAT or low VAT like the United States, or high limits so that you can import a lot without paying anything, then this makes sense, because from the, let's say, American perspective, here you pay you 450 plus 20 or 25 shipping, and then that's your price. Then let's say 470 is your price. Instead, the normal retail price for this watch in the US is 600. And so you really have a nice bargain here, and so it absolutely makes sense to scan other marketplaces for watches, especially when you have the origin of the watch. So made in Japan, you buy it in Japan, and then you have here your discount or your bargain. All right, now you know everything you need to go shopping abroad. Last question people often ask, does shipping work? Does shipping really work from continent to continent? Answer clearly is yes, and I can tell you this from experience, because CasebackWatches.com ships goods all over the planet. And you have certain delays, definitely, especially during the COVID crisis. We had some delays, and I think 1 or 2 parcels came back when there went something wrong with the address. But generally speaking, they don't lose anything anymore. And if you ship from, let's say, Europe to United States, normal runtime is 10 days, and then you have the thing in the mailbox, or the other way around. So absolutely no problem. When you can figure out the numbers with calculators, then you are free to go. And that was our main topic. But I like to show you some great images. The first one came from Gary, and he was the winner of the last giveaway, the Caseback Watches giveaway, Merle's 528 TV format watch. And Gary was a bit afraid of customs. He wrote me, how much will it be? And it's 0. Because Canada is amongst these countries with high limits. And so this is Gary's watch here. And he writes, one is from a walk around Stanley Park in Vancouver, and the other is the most Canadian backdrop that I could think of, a hockey game. Gary, thank you very much for these images. It's a pleasure to see that you love that watch. And the next image comes from Tim, another Tim, from Scotland. And I asked in one of my last videos, who can wear a red watch? And Tim writes, me. I can. I've attached some pictures of my Ferrochrome's GMT taken around Aberdeen. I'm more of an under-the-cuff type, but it was a nice contrast to the grey hoodie I was wearing that day. Yeah, grey is a good hint here. I've learned that some artists use glass palettes for colors, especially for watercolors, and then they place a layer of grey under that glass, because it makes the colors pop without any disturbance. You can really see precisely the color you want to see there. But just an anecdote. And now I have an amazing collection of images to show you from 47.0, because the journey goes on. Cormac is back in his atelier, and the production in full swing, and I think he did the next step. He reached really the next level of watches. I mean, look at this. This is just so amazing, and the amount of details on all these designs. And so I'm really looking forward to present you these watches in late January 2023. And yes, we will change the way of selling these pieces. The last time I just opened the shop, and then I received a lot of complaints, especially from other continents, because people there excuse me, went without any chance to grab a piece. And so we will handle this differently. Right now, I will tell you exactly in advance, let's say 2 weeks ahead, when you can buy such a watch. And to make sure that you really receive this bit of information, you can sign up to our newsletter, CasebackWatches.com. In the description you find a link, and then you can scroll to the bottom of the page, and there you can sign up to the newsletter. And I use this 3 to 4 times a year for leather goods, and also for the announcement when you can grab a 47.0 watch. And if you'd like to be part of the show here, if you want to show me your watches and your sites, your hometown and everything, then feel free, please, to use casebackwatches@icloud.com. casebackwatches@icloud.com. Okay, and that's it for this video. Join me on Instagram if you like. And as always, thank you very much for your attention. See you next Friday.